So, firstly, I would like to start with asking you about how companies can manage the negative consequences of the online educational shifts, and how can they make e-learning a more desirable option for all the learners.
So when we talk about negative impact of this online learning and how to control it specifically, the important part is first to recognize what is causing these negative impact and how this online learning can be a negative aspect in this whole pandemic situation. What is the difference between online learning, e-learning, distance learning, virtual learning, blended learning, or digital learning? Are they different or are they interchangeable?
Okay, from the way you framed the question, I'm guessing they are not interchangeable. If you could take us through those terms, that will be great.
We have a bigger umbrella called online learning, and distance learning, virtual learning, e-learning, blended learning, all are the part of, or we can say the form of online learning.
Right.
So whenever we have a gap between the educator and a learner, that's called distance learning. For example, you are out here and your educator or your teacher is sitting in some other country, some other place. However you are connecting, that doesn't matter, but this is a form of distance learning. When we talk about virtual learning, it is a kind of a Netflix that you will have content. It's your choice when you want to study, what you want to study, repeat, rewind, skip. That's your choice. When we talk about e-learning, it is more of a interaction. For example, your faculty is wherever possible. It could be with you or away from you, and this educators or the learners are expected to interact within community or do something to learn some aspects.
Right.
It's kind of a DIY video. Now there is one more part which is called blended learning. It is a mixture of all the three, distance learning, virtual learning, and e-learning. So it is, if I have to give an example, Pokemon game was somewhat close to this blended learning. Like it was not exactly blended learning, but very close to it. So this was a short brief of what all are these things. Now, when we say pandemic has moved us online, so the good thing is that we all are online. That's the positive aspect of it, that now the learning is online. The negative thing or the negative aspect to it is that we are just online. We are just having virtual learning.
Right.
We do not, or we are lying somewhat between distance learning and virtual learning. We have not gone to e-learning or blended learning yet.
Great. Yeah, understood. So, the way you're talking about it's pretty evident that, you're super passionate about this subject. So that brings me to you and your company and the core values that it stands on: explore, engage, experience, and express. So what are the insights that kind of led you to this idea? If you can just take us through that.
Yeah, sure. So for this particular thing, I can give you a small example on, it will help to relate better how we are working it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So according to you, what is the best way to go from point A to point B?
Like, just go.
So, like the major difference that our traveling has experienced from maybe 50 to 100 years ago to now is all about how we are using our locations, right? Initially, we were having maps. Now we are having GPS. So GPS is one way it is making easier for everyone to travel. We know what is the point A, we know what is the point B. GPS can tell you what is the shortest way, what is the quickest way, which is the heavy traffic way, low traffic way. All of it because of GPS.
Right.
Right. So similarly, every person has GPS within themselves. I'm not talking about global positioning system. It is about goals, passions, and struggles.
Right.
Okay. And anyone can achieve their dreams or reach out to their destination if they activate their GPS. The way traveling has become easier from point A and B because of the presence of GPS. Similarly, we also have GPS, and it becomes way easier to reach out to your dreams if you have your GPS activated. When
Right.
I say GPS activated, it's like we have inbuilt GPS, which is goal, passion, and struggle. When I say that we need to activate that GPS, it all means that you need to convert your struggles into your strengths.
Right.
Once you know what's your final destination, once you know what is your passion, what is driving you, and at the same time, you also know what are your strengths and struggles.
Right.
So that is what making it very easy for anyone to reach out to their final destination.
Sure.
So relating it back to how it is driving us, our main motive is to make sure that we help or empower our users, be it students or educators, to find out where is their GPS and to help them to activate
Great. That's a great and
it.
makes complete sense.